This video is made possible by Napleton's Schaumburg, Buick, and GMC. With over 90 years of experience, Napleton is ready to help you find the best Buick or GMC product to fit your lifestyle.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X. Up front is a 6.2 liter V8 and down below is a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, I am super excited to be driving this GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X for one main reason, is the fact that I haven't driven the AT4X trim level. This is a more rugged, off-road, sporty, spirited truck. This is for enthusiasts that don't mind getting a little dirty. And so I'm excited to share all of these fantastic features with you here today. But before we get on to anything else, if you would like your vehicle featured in a video just like this, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form, takes less than a minute to fill out. I come to you and you would get a video just like this. But let's get back to that 6.2 liter V8 under the hood, making 420 horsepower. Well, GM has used this engine in a lot of their heavier duty application products. We've seen this engine here on the channel in the Escalade, in the Tahoe, in the Silverado, and of course now here in the Sierra. Now there's a bunch of good things that come with that. The main trait being that this engine has been worked through by GM. They've used it in so many different applications. It's not new, it's not foreign. They know exactly how it works. Mechanics know exactly how to fix it, and that is a very, very good thing in terms of reliability and longevity. Now, like I said, paired to it is an automatic transmission. It's a 10-speed, and it's doing the job fine. I've never really had a complaint with GM trucks with their transmissions, so that continues here with the Sierra. Last but not least, of course the Sierra is four-wheel drive. That's standard with the AT4X package. However, if you do still want a Sierra work truck or a lighter duty vehicle, you can still find these in two-wheel drive if that's a necessity for you. So how does it feel to drive the AT4X? Well, it is big. If you're used to driving trucks, this isn't going to be anything new, but if you're looking to get your first truck, this is quite the one to handle. It does ride a little rough, and that is because of that off-road suspension, and the tires are extra knobby, so they do create more noise at speed than your regular street tires. So those are all things to consider when you are looking at the AT4X package. This is going to be less comfortable on-road, but more capable off-road. If you do want a more comfortable on-road truck, I would highly recommend seeking out the Denali. That is going to be your more luxury optioned GMC Sierra. So with that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have a digital gauge cluster. Now, I love this digital gauge cluster for one real reason. You can customize it, and you can customize it in a really cool way. They give you classic, progressive, digital, and clean gauge cluster options. So I will cycle through them now. You'll see on the screen which is which in the meantime. And I love that GMC lets you do this. With this new era of digital gauge clusters becoming so much more popular in the mainstream, I have always been big on the fact that you should be able to customize it however you want. It's just a screen. I should be able to watch Looney Tunes on these things. Now, GMC doesn't quite let you watch Bugs Bunny, but what they do allow you for is to really customize what kind of gauge experience you want to have, and that's all through the customization. On the steering wheel, on the left, we get our cruise control and heated steering wheel options, and off to the right, we have our selectors for that gauge cluster screen we just talked about. The overall look and feel of the steering wheel is nice. I sort of wish I got some type of AT4X badging on it or something of the sort to remind me that I have something a little unique, but that's okay. Moving off to the left, I get a giant climate control vent, my power parking brake, four-wheel drive settings, as well as trailer mode, and my headlight, gauge dimmer switch, and cargo light buttons. So a big command center off to the left. Moving on to the door, more buttons. We have the memory seat options, lock and unlock. And down below, we have the power mirrors and power windows. This, I actually get an AT4X badge on, which I really, really love. That's the sort of special extra attention to detail I was looking for with the steering wheel. I get it here on the door, so I'm happy. Moving into the center, we get two giant climate control vents, and then our infotainment system. So this is not the standard system that you'll see in a lot of other products. It's actually a Google Assistant system. So GM is switching over to using Google systems as standard in their cars, and that's evident here in the Sierra. You'll also find this in the GMC Hummer EV and the new Cadillac Lyriq. So this is a cutting edge system, and I really, really like it. Couple of things to note. First of all is the camera system. I do have a 360 camera, as well as plenty of other really nice views. As I mentioned with the driving portion, this thing is pretty massive, so those cameras come in mighty, mighty handy. I also do get some climate options in here. Now this is interesting because I have so many physical climate buttons that I don't need to use the screen. If you want to use the screen, you can, but you don't have to, and I love that. I love not being forced to use the screen, but it's there for those who like that. Coming down below, we do have the engine start stop button off to the left, but then we have the climate controls. And like I said, they did not skip out on the buttons for this one. I think it's a little clustered. It's quite a few buttons. However, with cars moving towards infotainment ran climate controls, I am welcoming these buttons with absolute open arms because they are way better than any screen I've ever used. So although they are a little clustered, the alternative is worse, and I like all the features that you get. Not only the heated and ventilated seats, but you get dual zone climate, easy fan controlled defrosters, all of those goodies right here. Then we do have a row of buttons. So I have lane keep assist, parking sensors, automatic start stop on and off, our power tailgate, our hazard switch, traction control off, hill descent control, rear locking diff, and front and rear locking differentials. Really, really nice, all electronically done here in the AT4X. Then we do get a big cubby and the center console. Off to the left is the shifter. I haven't driven a Sierra with this shifter yet, and I actually really like it. Park is up top, you move it forward for reverse, back for drive. Very, very simple. And I do have my trailer brake adjustments down below that. And off to the right, we do have cup holders. So we will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X. And like its predecessors, like most other trucks that I film, the AT4X passes with flying colors. Then we get a giant center console. I do have a wireless charger in there. I get a wall outlet. I get USB-A and USB-C. I get some divider trays. And it's almost to the point where I would consider putting this center console on Airbnb and renting it out for $40 a night. Surrounding the center console are the seats. So the seats are heated, ventilated, power, and memory. All of the goodies that I would want out of a modern pickup truck. They are comfortable. I have no complaints about them in the slightest. However, speaking of seats, we do have back seats, so let's go do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the back of the 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X, and first of all, space is fantastic. If there's anything that has massively changed about pickup trucks in the last 2 decades, more so than engines, more so than transmissions, more so than features, has just been backseat space. 20 years ago, the backseat of a pickup truck was the last place on earth I wanted to be. But now it's up at the top of vehicles I want to ride in. My knees don't have a prayer of hitting the seat in front of me. My head not even coming remotely close to the ceiling. Love that about it. Down below, I do have my own heated seat options, as well as USB-C and USB-A. The GMC and GM products as a whole are very good about giving you both options, which I love to see. I do get a center console, 2 cup holders in there, and I can utilize these cup holders on the front center console because they're towards the back if I wanted to. I do have Bose speakers in the doors as well. I get these nice wood accents, and I get this nice sort of microfiber suede feeling headliner, which I love. let's hop out. We'll take a quick look at the bed, and then we'll talk about the looks. All right, around the back of the GMC Sierra AT4X, and a couple of things to note. First of all, hit it twice, and we do have a power folding tailgate. Really, really nice. Once we come in here, this is GM's 6-way tailgate, so if you're familiar with that, you can pop that up, pop just this down. You can use it as a table, then you can flip this up. You can use it as a stopper if you have lumber in here, something like that. And, oh wow, okay, this actually has the optional kicker speakers in the step. I've only seen this at the auto show. I've never seen this actually out and about. I didn't know this had this. So I have USB and aux in. I can control it here, and I actually get 2 kicker speakers on the back for tailgating, which is amazing. Really, really cool to see. Which also now makes this truck really interesting because inside has Bose, but the tailgate has kicker. In the actual back of the AT4X, first of all, get that awesome logo up at the top. You do get some lights, and you get an AC 120 volt outlet back there for some little power tools, Dremel, whatever it will be. And then you do have this stick that will extend to help pull yourself up into the bed of the truck. Really, really awesome usable features in the back of the AT4X. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and I love the look of the AT4X. I think it looks aggressive. I think the knobby tires look fantastic. The raised bumpers, the raised ride height. I think overall, this is one of those trucks that you would buy and really have a good time off-road. It's a very capable truck, and it looks that way. I love when vehicles look the part, and this truck most certainly does. The only downside to the exterior is the fact that this does not come with running boards. So it needed a little bit of gymnastics to get up into here and lift myself in. So if you are shorter, larger, whatever it might be, if you have trouble getting into higher up vehicles, you might want to opt for some running boards, although that does cut down on your ground clearance availability. But now, with all of that being said, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving the GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X? It's just fun to put emphasis on the X. Well, I really, really dig this truck. There's a couple of little things I don't like. If I were to personally buy this, I would put running boards on it. I think I don't personally do enough off-roading to really justify the knobby tires, but someone who's looking for this has obviously thought it through, and they do want the knobby tires. So, how does this truck feel as a whole? It's really cool. I like how it feels special and different from the regular Sierras. Now, the regular Sierras are great. Don't get me wrong, I've driven the Denali's and everything. I love them. But this does feel a little bit more fun. And if you're between this or a Silverado and money isn't really an object, go with this. This feels nicer, has nicer surfaces, nicer touches around the vehicle, and I really, really like that. The back seat is fantastic. The rear cargo space with the power tailgate, fantastic. This truck feels ready for whatever you're gonna throw at it, and that is very, very special. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Napleton Buick and GMC of Schaumburg. They have been absolutely awesome. They got me in the seat of one of these. It's been such a cool experience. They are a great dealership. Their information is up on the screen as well as linked in the description below. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.